From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley on today's Cash Close. And the name of this video, S&P 500 and the pre-jobs chop shop. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 21.02.5 after the open. The low came in at 20.93.70 mid-morning. And last, we're 21.00.5. We're up 4 handles on the day. Total volume, there is no total volume. It's super low. We got 1.1 million minis traded and only 3,000 big S&Ps traded in the pit. MOC, the MIM, was showing, came out right. It had it right, but the S&P just didn't move very much. It came out showing big to buy, popped up to buy 488 million, and then the actual MOC came out buy 850 million. Now, tomorrow next week the S&P roll starts. Now, I had a couple questions on the Twitter about this. Why is there an S&P pit? Well, I'll tell you why. Because some people still use it. That's really quite the reason for it. But also, I think that there's a licensing agreement between the S&P and the CME to keep the S&P pit open. But that said, there's still 160,000 contracts open interest in the big S&P, or the March S&P. Now, tomorrow we've got Jobs Friday, we've got the international trade number, and we have consumer credit. Now, look, it was a quiet day, and I expected it. I said it on the MIM, in the room and on Twitter early in the day that I expected it would be. We have exactly a 10-handle range. We haven't seen many days like that lately. And you know what? To tell you the truth, I think the low volume's kind of killing the game right now. Now, as far as the rest of what I saw today is, I kind of think that the S&P is back and filling. But then again, I'm a little bit worried about tomorrow because Fridays have not been kind to the S&P this year. Out of the 9 Fridays, 6 have been down and 3 have been up. So that's not a good stat. Now look at, the last thing I want to talk about, I'm going to make this quick, is join the boot camp. All right? I mean, you'll be able to talk to me during the day a little bit. I'll kind of show you what I'm doing before it goes out on Twitter. You know, it's kind of old news after it goes out on Twitter. But that said, you know what? There's a lot of good traders in our room, and I think that in the world of sharing, this is one of the greatest opportunities a trader could have. Get a look at something inside something, and it doesn't cost you very much to do. But that said, I'm going to leave it like that. There's only a couple more days to sign up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the opening print.